Jai Hind everyone. Myself Mrignainy Kansal, Assistant Professor in the Department of IT, that is Information Technology, will going to discuss about the topic and the subject that is the human-computer interface. First of all, we need to be understand that what is the human-computer interface is. Why we are actually require human-computer interface? Why there is a need to be having some protocols while we are implementing the interface between the human and the computer. Actually, we are the inventor of the computer. The humans are the inventor of the computers. They are actually inventing it. So what interface they are required so that both are compatible, both are mutually understandable to each other while they are executing the all the instructions, that is the human computer interface. So discover the fascinating world of the human computer interaction. Human HCI is a short form of the human computer interface, and its vital role in designing and creating the user friendly technology, the technology which will be helpful for the humans and the other who are technical or the non technical person will going to be implemented their task with easy way. Now, first of all, we will going to be connect and understand what is the HCI, human computer interface. What is the definition of the human computer interface? Is a multidisciplinary field of study focusing on designing of the computer technology and particularly interaction between the human and the computer. As we have discussed that human computer interface is can be implemented any field of study. That means it is the interaction between the human and the computer. A computer is multidisciplinary. We know that computer can perform any type of task. It may be the computer based task, it may be the task which is related to your any of the mathematical field, your chemical field, your mining field, anything. Everywhere computer technology is used. So now here we are actually discussing and focusing on the study of each and every type of design by the human to the computer technology. That means how did this computer technology are actually designed in such a way that will become a user friendly to be easily and comfortably operated by the human. We are actually focusing on whom? We are focusing on the user. The user is to be accessible to the computer technology. So our main focus is the user. While initially concerned with the computers, HCI has since expanded to cover almost all the form of the information technological design. Initially, when we are creating or discovering complete computer designing, there we are focusing on the way we are interacting with the human, the way we are connect with the human in a simplest way. What are the different key principles which will be used by in the human computer interface? First is the key principle is usability. Usability is what? That means it create an interface which will give an environment, a peaceful environment to easily and to learn, navigate and use the maximize of the user satisfaction. Concern is usability. Usability meaning how you are actually using the technology. What the human has created, the computer, how you are actually making it comfortable, how you are making it so easy that it will be easily be grabbed. So this is what this is to be interface that is to learn, to navigate, and the user are maximize their satisfaction by using the different technology which has come up in the market. Next is the accessibility. What the accessibility say? The services which is provided by the system will easily to be accessed by the user. It is not to be hidden. If I'm asking that, yes, if a user is using some new different technology is generated in the market and the human want to be created that, so it is very easy for the user for make them individual for ability to access them very easy way. So this is the accessibility key feature which is given by the human computer interface. Next is the feedback. What the feedback is, that means whatever the user is experiencing, the feedback is will be given to the designer of that technology, designer of that computer interface. So it provide and timely feedback to the user to accomplish their action and guide their interaction. It timely provide the feedback to the customer. That means the user who is using that technology will be getting their complete feedback. Yes, you are performing the good task. Still, some field are missing. As like taking an example, while we are filling a Google form, there is an asterisk mark for every field. For the field which is essential to be filled. If you leave any of the field to be unfilled, then the feedback will become that you still left with the field which is necessary to be filled, but you can kept it as unfilled. So that feedback, that action will be reverted to the user for their acknowledgement, so that the accessibility, the easiness to using the computer will be provided to the user. Now we having the next key point, that is the consistency. Maintain a consistent interface design throughout your application or system to help the user to understand and predict its behavior. Consistency means that whenever any of the system, whenever any of the technique will going to be opened, it will be consistent when it is opened again. As like we can take an example of an app. If we are using some app, a shopping app, once their accessibility is consistent, that means you this is the way you are adding the item to the cart, this is the way you are doing the payment gateway. Little bit change in their outlook, but it is consistent for everyone. Either you are logging into that app or someone else you are logging into the app, that will be same to for both of them. It should not be changed for user to user, it will be consistent, so that will provide a great understandability, a great experience for the user to use them. Next is the importance of the HCI design. The what is the importance? What is the essential things is to be taken up when we are actually designing the HCI? First of all, our first concern is about the enhance the user experience. First of all, we are focusing on enhancing the user experience because our main focus is the user. The one who is using the current technology should be comfortable enough, accessible enough, consistent enough to using their the specific technology, so that they are feel comfortable by using these computer. So first is to enhance the user experience. Experience should be enhanced. It should be giving a more comfort, more satisfaction, more accessibility and usability by the user. So the prioritizing the user need and the preferences. HI help to create engaging and satisfying the interaction. First of all, the prioritize the user need. Our main focus is to setting the prioritization or a priority of every task. So first priority is given to the user need, what the user actually want, what the user actually need, and while using the specific technology, specific app, specific website, or specific way of interacting with the system. So first of all, we are focusing on need. Second, the preferences will be created and it will help the HCI to create such an environment and interaction, so that it will be giving the enhancement the user experiences. Second is increase the productivity. Productivity in the sense, if the technology will be helpful interacting with the user more and more, that means more and more user will be going to be access them, and the way the popularity, the usability, the accessibility of a specific technology will increase, that will give the more productivity for that product. So increasing the productivity is the second importance for the HCI design to be created. So intrusive design reduce the learning curve, enabling the user to perform the task in more efficient way or more efficiently. So by reducing the learning curve and enabling the user to perform the task will increase the productivity of the specific technology to increase in the market. Third point, the higher adoption rate. Higher adoption rate, we are focusing on positive user experience, encouraging the user to engage with the product or services, leading to the adoption rate will be higher. That means more and more, as we know that for the similar type of services, number of different application or number of different platforms are there for in the market, but our high adoption rate will be increased if we having a positive user experience, positive reviewer rating, positive reviewer comments. Only then it will be reflecting for the other users to adopt that, and since this way the adoption rate will be getting higher and higher day by day. If we are having the user centered designed approach, how, if we are just designing the approach in such a way, it should be completely centered to the user. Everything is focusing on user, everything is having a only centric zone, that is the user zone. So what are the three different parameter need to be taken up while we are designing the approach which is completely the user centric approach? First of all, that is the research. Understand the user behavior, needs, and goal. User behavior, needs, and goals through the user research method like interview and observation. First of all, when we are actually making an approach which is completely user centric, first of all, the designer need to be do the research. Research on what? Research on the behavior of the user. Research on what? Research on need of the user. Research on what? The goal actually which is to be fulfilled by the user. They are completely giving on the priorities on these things, which is completely the user centric. So through the user research method, this can be performed how? It will be performed on the basis of the interviews, on the basis of the survey, on the basis of the observation they are actually taking up as a feedback or the review after the user are using or experiencing their application, their services, their approach which is be in the market. So this is the part of the research to be done by while we are creating an approach which is completely a user centric approach. Second is the design. How the design to be taken up? Iteratively create prototypes and wireframe based user insight, ensuring the usability and the positive experience. Here we need to be have a design which is iteratively update themselves as per the need, as per the behavior, as per the goal of the user, on the basis of their feedback, on the basis of their experiences shared to the actual designer. So we need to be either creating a prototype or we have to be making a iterative zone of updation within the system. Third one is saying the test. Evaluate the design with the user, gather the feedback and make the improvement to create the user-centered solution. Third approach, when we are creating the user-centric approach, third part is the testing the phase. Testing the phase in such a way that we evaluate the design on all the parameters of the user. User will experience that, user will give the feedback over that, what are the user behavior over the different services you are providing them, what are the user experiences or their accessibility parameter, what are the problems they are actually facing. On the basis of that, the testing will be performed, and on the basis of the testing, improvement will be done on that approach, which is a completely user centric approach. So these are the three parameters which need to be taken up in your mind while we are actually creating a user centric design approach, doing the research, creating a design and performing the test on the basis of the user experiences. Now we having the HCI in a different technology where actually their application to be performed done, where actually the HCI is implemented. So HCI in the different technologies are, first one is the mobile applications. HCI will be in the mobile application. Mobile application how? Today's market, everyone having a mobile, everyone doing the interaction with the, so the first way to come an interaction part with the maximum number of population, that is the mobile application. So how It explored the challenges and opportunity of designing intrusive mobile application interface and deliver seamless experiences. So how it will be? It come up with the challenges and opportunities to design such a intrusive mobile app which will be comfortable for each and every type of the user. As we know, if we are using today's youth is using the mobile app, they want everything to be in advanced way. They know the English parameters, they can communicate with a different type of languages. They require that, they require something which is in an advanced version, so they can easily operate the I can say that iPhones. But if I'm moving to the our parental, or before that our grandparent generation, they are actually not more comfortable with the English, they are comfortable with the Hindi or their regional languages. So and in another point, they are not comfortable on writing it everything, they are comfortable either listening it or speaking it. So preparing a application, mobile application in such a manner that will be provide a very easiness for the user to interactive as per the user's need. Every user is unique, every region is unique, every language is unique, the design should be unique, and it should be comfortable enough for the user to operate them. Only then this usage will be done and productivity will be increases in this type of application. Second will the voice user interface. How we will going to provide, as I am discussing about in the mobile application, our grandparent generation, they are not comfortable with just writing it, or even we are not even comfortable to write and waste our time. We want it to be speak and it should be written automatically. So the second, voice user interface, discovering the potential of voice based interaction in various devices like the smart speakers to the virtual assistants. We can speak as like in today in the different technology come up in the market for the mobile application. We can find that we can just speak it, call to some particular person, they can giving a complete assistance to the mobile application, just recognize our voice and perform their task. So we need to be not touch the mobile, just our assistance we are providing while speaking it, they can recognize it and perform the task which is to be done. So this is the voice user interface. Third is a wearable device. Learn about the unique design consideration when developing the interface for the compact wearable device. Now, this is the smartphones. This is also themselves a complete device. Either it will be detecting your heartbeat, your number of steps, your complete body monitoring nerve system can be done with the help of this smart device. Even though this can be also accessible, the complete functioning of your mobile phone in your smartwatch. So this is the another different technologies HCI having the HCI already incorporated, that how the human actually connecting with the computer. Now, what are the different challenges in the HCI research and design? What challenges while for the developers when they are actually making this interface between the human and the computer? First challenge is adopting to the technology advancements. That means we need to be adopt the advancement in the technology day by day. At every moment, technologies get updated themselves. So we the challenge is to adopting all that technological advancement day by day without any delay. So keep up with the evolving landscape of the technology to design experiences that can align with the new design and the new trend with the new trend with the new devices. So adopting it every day, the interface need to be comfortable enough with the updating technology. This is the first challenge which is faced by the researchers and the designers of the HCI. Second is ensuring the accessibility for all. It should be ensured that everyone can access that as per their need, as per their understanding, because every human is different, every region is different, every language is different, their actually adoption is different. So it should be ensuring the accessibility can be done by each and everyone. There should not be any single person to be left which is not able to adopt that interface. That means addressing the accessibility need to be diverse, so the user group to promote the inclusive in the design. Third is evaluating the user feedback. Third part is we need to be evaluate the user feedback. As per the experiences by the user, our main goal is the user centric. Our main goal is the need to be fulfilled of the user, the behavior of the user. So we need to be take up these feedback, the main approach through which we can update themselves. So effectively collect, interpret, and act upon the user feedback, continuously improving the user experiences. This need to be incorporated day by day, minute by minute. We need to be take up the experience which is feedback which is given by the user, and we need to be incorporate that. Now, the next is the importance of SCI. Why actually the SCI is important? SCI is critical since it will be necessary for goods to be more successful, safe, helpful, and functional. It will make the user experience more enjoyable in the long term area. As a result, having someone with the SCI skill involved in all the phases of any product or system development is very critical. So SCI is also necessary to prevent the goods or project from failing completely. So this is to be important to be there. It should be necessary for the goods to be more safe, helpful, and functional. It make the user experience more enjoyable. It gives the someone if every phase it is very critical part to make it in every phase of the development of a software. Next is the goal of the SCI. What are the goals to be fulfilled by the SCI? First, to create the usable software which enable the product and the user interface both. That means product need to be accessible and the user can easily interface with them. Second goal is to enhance the usability of existing products. That means the existing product need to be used more and more. It should not be there if we require any updation or advancement in our technology. We need another different product. It should be existing product should be more usable. Third is identify the problems and the tasks such as the workplace that can be addressed with the software product. We need to be identify the problems and the tasks need to be performed to resolve that problem is the goal of the SCI. Now there are three waves of SCI. First we will discuss one by one. First wave, second wave, and the third wave. First wave of SCI come up in 1980s, where that is having a rigid guidelines. It focuses only on user and the user dimension, not anything else. That is the first wave guidelines. Anthropometry is the third parameter. Human factors to be considered. Work related to the desktop only. It should not be the portable type of the application there, like mobile or the voice assistant is not there in 1980s. They are only desktop related. Machine centered notation will be there. Usability testing and experimental psychology to be there in the market while we are implementing this. Task-based action to be adopted when we are having the first wave for the HCI to become up in 1980s. The second wave, the updation to be done in 1990s. What updation is there? There is a consideration of context-based also in the HCI. Second, next is expansion of HCI research to the workspace. It is expanded out of the workspace also. Context where the interaction can be happen is another point to be there which is added in the 1990s. Focusing on word humans from the user. It is not only have in 1980s we are using the word user, but in 1990 we are using the word human, anybody. It is there focusing on human emphasis on trying to design for the workspace and people around it. Focus on newer methods and the rational thinking about the HCI or the interaction between the human and computer. Then we have a participatory design becomes famous day by day. The more you participate, the more you become famous, the design will be. So this will become in the second wave. Now the third wave. Third wave come up in 2000 after the 10 year. Here some of the different point as per the requirement of the human add up in the market or as per the requirement of the environment. Expanded the reach of the HCI to home and large environment users, so now called the actor and the participant. Previously, it is called as user. Next wave will called as a human. Now we will move the HCI to home. Now it will be called as actor and their participant. Cultural difference takes the prominence fired design process being followed rational thinking, adopted thinking, out of the box supported at the large scale on the non-tangible factor like the emotions. That means now all this design will come out of the box. It will be supported out of the large research base. Non-tangible factors like the emotions are also getting affected and supported when we having the third wave, that is the human computer interface. This design input from the multiple mandatories and the wider range of application to be done. Brief history gained prominence 18 research standard for this GUI research for the XOR. Apple Macintosh will come up as the history. Windows 95 research industries like IBM, this and other AT&T, and expansion from the export to the environment gesture. Thank you.